But first tonight, it will come as no surprise to say the TV industry is extremely competitive. But rivalries aside, sharing crews and pictures, pooling as we call it, is commonplace and allows networks to cover more stories and contain costs. But can this practice go too far, particularly when it involves our publicly funded and independent broadcaster, the ABC? Well, certainly that's the view of TV insiders over the cosy relationship that's developed between Adelaide's ABC TV News and the local Channel 9 News, known collectively as Channel 29. Graham Archer has been checking the channels.
You know, they should be mad about it. They should be upset.
They are seriously misled.
It's a good idea to try and put a stop to it now.
Every TV news service has its own theme or slogan and claim of being different from its rivals.
Nobody knows your world like Seven.
Adelaide's fresh look at local news.
Likewise, for years, our public broadcaster, the ABC, has touted its TV news as being Australia's only independent news voice. And fair enough, if that was true. But it's not. At least not in Adelaide anyway, where TV insiders now call Channel 2 Channel 29.
I think this should disturb people.
Channel 29 is the product of the shameless collusion between ABC TV in Adelaide and NWS-9 in the holiest of holy areas, that of news gathering. Here's a sample of what's been going on. This is a recent story of an horrific Adelaide acid attack broadcast by ABC News.
And the offender took a bucket from a nearby van and threw it on the couple.
Now watch the same story on the Wollongong-controlled Channel 9 News the very same night.
Witnesses say the argument escalated and the offender took a bucket.
The pictures look identical because they are identical. They were shot by an ABC News crew and used by Channel 9 Adelaide. Later in the day, the 9 reporter stood in front of his camera at the scene, largely for the sake of appearances. But the two pretenders are not just shooting pictures for one another, they're also conducting each other's interviews.
Hell of a bang and everything, and looked out and the police had parked down the road, come in and they knocked on the door. And then they
This recent drug raid was covered by 9. The microphone is a dead giveaway. ABC News then ran the story using the same footage and interviews.
A taxpayer-funded organisation, you know, should protect and preserve its sort of integrity on behalf of the taxpayer.
This report on Crows footballer Scott Thompson's recent clash with the law was largely shot by the ABC.
Scott Thompson emerged from...
And the identical shots and interview appear on 9.
Big lesson from my actions, I regret what happened.
This charade has been going on for years, but has escalated in the last year to an almost daily routine. Here's Channel 29's child kidnapping combo.
It was over in 10 minutes. They just walked straight up, opened the door.
It undermines the public's trust in the ABC.
Gail Barrett is acting president of Friends of the ABC in Victoria and has many misgivings about the extent of this activity, including the reduction of media diversity.
We should really be seeking to have a wider diversity of views and opinion, and the ABC should not be a party to narrowing and intensifying that concentration of views and opinion.
And there's lots more. The pursuit of the Adelaide couple on the run after mistreating scores of dogs was captured by, well, who knows? The result's the same on both channels.
They seem to be moving closer and closer to the border, and that will certainly complicate things.
Nor do these carbon copycats seem fussed by the magnitude of the story. 9 News sponged off the ABC for the final day at Mitsubishi, while ABC News chose not to turn up to the fires which threatened hundreds of lives and devastated much of Kangaroo Island in December. They simply reran 9's footage and interviews.
We all one family in this island. And it's us all.
So why should the public care about any of this? Well, there are a host of reasons, the most obvious being that the taxpayer-funded ABC is helping to prop up a cut-price commercial TV station, allowing Adelaide's 9 News to cadge off public servants to do their work, while allowing their billionaire owner, who lives in the Bahamas, to keep his own money in his pocket. How's that sound?
That's all paid for out of the budget of the ABC and by the taxpayers' funds. Those funds are being used to provide a service for Channel 9. This is a taxpayer subsidy for a commercial television network.
Richard Ackland is a lawyer and journalist and a former host of the ABC's Media Watch program. He's well aware of pooling arrangements, but says if they go too far, they threaten the integrity of real journalism.
Channel 9 and the ABC, have the same story, in a sense. It may be revoiced or edited slightly differently, but the responses from the subjects of the interviews are the same, and that's the important thing. And that is a very big shortcut in journalism that's being made.
At this press conference to announce the $90 million revamp of the Adelaide Oval, the 9 reporter was sent out minus a camera and microphone, a minimum requirement of the job, you'd think. But no worries, there's the ABC to do the job for 9, and Adelaide viewers copped another night of Deja Vu TV.
And we're very pleased that we managed to get the seating up from 11 to 14 days.